Good morning, campers. I got sleep. I've got at least 2 hours spread out across the past night time. Um, Past the socks are still fucking wet, but then it's the sea air. It's not drying. Hopefully, when the sun comes up, oh, my fucking kneecap is swollen. When the sun comes, now that you couldn't pay for a view this good. Even the crappy cargo ships on the horizon. That is just Minehead, just round the corner. Well, 10 miles round the corner. Tides out, I could actually walk down there and go around to Porlock, but I'm not going to, because the objective was to go in that direction to see what's around that corner, which is going to be dodgy as hell because I can't wear socks. I've only got one. I've got one sock that's dry. See, I had one pair of socks I was wearing and one sock around my bollocks for the sweat, so I've got one sock dry, so I can wear one sock. I'm going to be going commando, as not wearing anything at the moment. But yeah, there's something in the water poking its head out. That's weird. I mean, it could be something actually. Oh no, it's moving. Okay, it is something alive. Right, so I'm going to try and head around that way. Yeah, we're basically halfway between high and low tide, because high tide last night was about 9, 10 o'clock. And you can still see where the rocks are damp. Right, okay, get dressed. There's no coffee, there's no breakfast, it's just going to be water. I'll leave most of my kit here and I'll head around that coast. That is fucking awesome. Now, in theory, that would be a great place for a morning shower with the sun coming up just over the horizon. Except, of course, if it's spring water, it's great. If it's river water, it could have rat shit, animal shit. Looks nice though. I mean, yeah, if I were more sure of where it's coming from. What I have to do first before using that water is backtrack it to see where it comes out the ground. If it comes out the ground fairly quick, it should be good. Otherwise, it could be contaminated. Yeah, I would be underwater right now, half an hour ago. You can see the tide mark is on these rocks. That's how far the tide came in. All these rocks are underwater. About 3 hours ago, all these rocks were underwater. We're roughly, I mean, it's still got seawater here. This is all still wet from the sea. So yeah, I'm being very cautious. No walking stick, it gets in the way on rocks. If I were to snap my leg now and just lay here and die, I've got no complaints. I get to die with a really beautiful view. Found me a staircase. And this is a really treacherous beach to walk on. Motherfucker shit. Yeah. Spine, kneecap, ankles all fucked. Shoulders, but what the hell? Keep going. Ash offgrid goes Ubex. I'm pretty sure top of that is going to say private fuck off. It's a short show with our dogs. Yeah, there's a sign up saying private. But the beach is not private. The beach is public. Yeah, some people have gone to a lot of expense for this place. I mean, that ladder. Oh, my fucking kneecap. Oh, I twisted it again. Shit. That staircase is fairly old, but it's not ancient old. You're talking maybe 20, 30 years old. They just didn't use the right sort of metal, that's why it's rusting that bad. And if it was in constant use, you want to paint it. I am wary about that tide coming in and cutting me off. That can't be the only entrance to the properties I was looking at. So, unfortunately, he's going closer to the sea, which I'm trying to avoid because I don't want to get cut off. Hello, sunshine. Okay, 2 miles down the coast. All these trees are non-indigenous, like monkey puzzle trees around. These are Asian extraction. They'd been planted about 100 years ago, so that's kind of bordering an estate. That one with the razor wire electrified fencing estate, with the armed guards estate. And the tide is starting to come back in. What the fuck is that floating on the sea? It's shiny. I don't know what it is, but it's actually reflecting the sunlight. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, the tide has changed. Where is my phone? There it is. Nope. Where is it? God, this phone is shit. Absolute shit. Right. There's a marker rock. There it is. Okay. Don't know what the hell that is. But from the way it reflects the sunlight, it looks artificial. But it's not a mark. It could be a sensor or something. Anyway, tide's coming in. It's turned, and I don't want to take a chance. These rocks are all covered in a green slime. I could probably get through up there, but every step is a double step. You've got to step on a rock and then wiggle it before you can put your weight on it. Yeah, when you're younger, you just bounce off things because you're made of rubber. When you're old and you've got fucked up kneecaps. Beautiful place though. And I'm pretty sure it's round that bend, half a mile around that bend. But half a mile could take me an hour. Yeah, that's definitely something artificial there because it's glinting and not moving in any way whatsoever with the current or tide or wind. So I'm going to head back. Most of it I'm not too worried about being cut off by the tide, but there is one section that I am, and that's that section that is really green. It is just around here, it's like an ice rink green. It's a shame, it's gorgeous. So glad I brought my coated jacket. I mean, I don't have to wear anything else, I can just wear that. Keep the chill off. Ooh, bloody stones. But yeah, ain't that the most gorgeous sunrise? It's in the wrong place. That's Wales, that's north. Anybody would think the planet was off kilter. Because let's face it, according to what happened last night when recorded, west was there and now east is there. There's only about a 40-degree difference. Yeah, that tide's coming in. See, there's a really narrow bit just around the corner there. Can't even see where I'm camped. But I am tempted to say fuck it and go back to bed. But I'm awake now, I'm up, so. Oh, another little hint for camping. If you're only going to do an overnight, limit what you eat the day before. It takes about 12 hours for stuff to get flushed out your system. So if you only have things like a packet of noodles or that kind of stuff, you won't need to go for a shit. Or if you do have to go for a shit, below the waterline, high tide marks there, come down here, dig a little hole just above the waterline. You know, so you can go for a shit, use the seawater to wash yourself off, and that way when the tide comes in, it'll wash it out. Food for the fishies. We're right underneath the place that's got a lot of security. There's the ladder that goes up to it. A lot of security. I'm sure there's nothing dodgy going on, like a ram's horn, dead animals with horns, more dead animals, more dead animals, more dead animals. Anybody would think they've been doing some kind of sacrifice and dumping the carcasses off the fucking cliff. Don't know what the fuck that is. Could be a bird. It's a weird fucking shape to it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go home now. Nearly back to the hammock. Ask any of my exes and they will tell you 100%. Just because something's big does not mean to say it won't wobble. Rocks, I mean, you know, not ex-girlfriends. Well, okay, and ex-girlfriends. Hammock's broken. Okay, the hammock still works. It's just, as a mosquito in that hammock, it doesn't. What happened is, the black part was too close together. Me being tired, exhausted, a lot of pain, I basically sat on it and went all the way back over it and landed ass, I was naked, ass first, and I landed ass first in all these bloody nettles. So the hammock still works, it's just the actual netting is ripped. Because the netting itself is not load bearing, I can sew it back together and it should still work. But I'm going to order another one. They're 20, 30 quid I paid. I was so careful not, I mean it's been rubbing against a tree all night, but I made a point that there's nothing pointy to damage it, which it didn't. So yeah, that was just me being tired. I felt ass over tit. Nothing quite like what's in the world go fucking ass upwards. But yeah, if you do land somewhere like that, don't lie there feeling sorry for yourself, no matter how much pain you're in. Get the fuck up before bugs start biting you and more nettles try to attack you. Yeah, I landed on my shoulder as well, which one of their damaged tendons. So yeah, hammock. Got a bit twatted. Motherfucker. Not the best place to camp. I mean, scary tunnel. But it's a case of, it was the best place at the time. The footpath might have been better actually, as no bugger came down. It's just that here you've got so many hidden holes to fall into, and I got to like step on that to get in. And if I were to lower it at that end anymore, it would make me too close to the ground for, you know, rats and stuff. Sorry, squirrels. There's no rats on the planet, there are only squirrels. Rats get a bad deal. I used to have rats. Right, I think I might have a little drinky, some of them pain relief, my vodka. And bearing in mind, that hip flask only contains 1/4 of a litre, which is basically 5 double shots. Correct, I go through more than that at home. And I'll probably get through half that flask when I'm out. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little drinky, crash out for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna go up that hill. There's no way in hell am I gonna be walking down those rocks in a Porlock. It's tempting, but the tide's coming in, and it comes in rapid, and I'm not a fucking idiot. If I still had full use of my legs, I'd go for it. I'd just do me fucking Spider-Man on the rocks. That wouldn't bother me. But now that's coming in too quick, and I'd have to climb, because there's a couple of points down there. Fuck, because of how far in the water is, I would have to climb. My issue at the moment is because I mean it was a 5-foot fall onto my ass and shoulder and knee. At the moment the pain's not too bad. I've blanked it out and the vodka will help. However, I'm not going to bother waiting for that to dry. Can't be asked. It's just that the longer I wait, the more the pain's going to come back. So I just keep having nips of what I need to remember to actually look at my phone for the timetable. There's only 3 buses that go back to town. I could try hitchhiking, but I've got no idea what the temperature's going to be like. Right now it's just really, it's like 100% humidity, but then we're next to the friggin' sea, and there's like sea mist coming in, so everything's like a layer of damp on it. So yeah, drinkies.